Hello, FEH friends. Today we are catching up on some FEH content. We have a banner reaction. Today we're going to be looking at the Attuned Micaiah banner here, going into details. Now, we saw this in the FEH channel that released like 3 weeks ago, but we're actually going to check it out for the first time here. We know what the units are. Let's just see what their kits are all about. Let's see. So I know Breath of Life 4 is really interesting because I think it's the first counter that we have to the pre-combat true damage or burn damage, or whatever the heck people are calling it now in the FEH community. And I am actually really happy about that because I think the pre-combat true damage is pretty cringe and kind of brain dead. So I'm really happy to see that. I think it is on Edward. Let's see. It's got Caldable, Godlike Reflexes, Buffer 4, and yep, there is Breath of Life 4. That's a lot of paragraphs. Okay. But basically it like heals you at the start of combat, I think. I'm not sure how much, but all I know is that it's really good for that breath or that pre-combat true damage. Because I really hate that kind of stuff, dude. It's like it makes obviously it makes enemy taking harder, but it's just kind of like even for units that should survive, it's just so brain dead, dude. It's so annoying.
My utmost desire would be to live a peaceful life in Dayan.
I see. Alright, I'm pretty sure he is the demote, right? Yeah, he sucks. He sucks, unfortunately. Sorry, Leonardo. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Wields a bow that can grant him some bonus 5 damage. Wow, guys.
You won't get away. 5
whole damage, guys. Give it up for 5 whole damage. All right, new rearmed hero joins the battle. This will be Sothe. Yep, there he be. I don't know. I want to know if his special is inheritable though.
A new weapon, a new me.
From the sound of it, it sounded like it was not inheritable. What is it called? Bane or something like that? I think it's his own thing. Let's see here. Arcane Tempest is his dagger. Okay, it looks I couldn't really tell. Bane, attacks you finish for, potent disarm. Really? Oh, it's like a disarm trap but potent. Interesting. Okay, that could be good for ether raids. Bane, do your thing. Boop. Actually has a lot of damage. Bonfire. He has damage reduction. Okay.
Too slow.
Bane loops and boom. Okay, so he's gonna hit pretty hard, and he can hit 3 times too. All right, then we have the attuned hero Micaiah. I wonder what her X skill is though. I actually haven't seen this yet. Micaiah with the bird, yay!
Oh, the color green.
She's so short.
So much comfort.
Why is she so short? Yo, get tall. Is she a flying unit? I actually wasn't paying attention. I'm not actually sure. From the way she's like positioned, it looks like she might be a flying. Okay. Oh, killing the Blanche. Okay, that makes sense. Silver of Dawn. Gotcha. Still the standard armory cap effectives. Maintenance Solace. Fire Flood Blues 3. Yoon's Protection. Something Far Trace Echo. So it looks like she has Kanto as an X skill. That's kind of crazy. Dude, attack minus 51, res minus 47. That is fair and balanced, man. That is fair and balanced.
Understood.
Oh my goodness. And it looks like she grants warping as well. What the heck? What is all that? Oh, she heals? She buffs? And Arval, yo! Attack minus 55, res minus 55. How does this unit ever die? Attack minus 55 is insane. That's actually insane. Oh my gosh. Some units attack don't even go up to 55. Oh my goodness. Okay, looks like we have to fight against the big buff deer guy thing. I forget how you pronounce his name. Dang, okay, these units seem pretty strong, dude. I can't lie. Oh, and by units, I mean Micaiah and probably just Micaiah. So that could be good too. But rearm heroes, they tend to be a little weaker because of their weapons. However, let's just start things off with Edward here. He's got Caldable as his weapon, which accelerates special trigger -1. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, grants all stats plus X to unit. X is equal to 25% of foe's attack at the start of combat -4. Maximum of 14, minimum of 5. So that's a pretty good amount of stats. Neutralize effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit. Okay, no guard. Reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50%, so he can break through damage reduction. And grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before foes first attack during combat. Okay, so some special acceleration there too. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, reduces damage from foes' attacks by Y during combat. When foes attack triggers foes special, Y is equal to 16. And then when foes attack does not trigger foes special, Y is equal to 8. Okay, so that's fair. It's just true damage reduction, and then when it's a special, you get 8 extra damage reduction. And unit's next attack deals damage equal to total damage reduced from foes' first attack. Resets at the end of combat. Okay. So you get a little bit of damage boosting there as well. We've got godlike reflexes. We know what that does. Damage reduction and damage boosting, as long as your speed is faster. We have buffer 4. Pretty good, especially for godlike reflexes. Then we have breath of life 4. This is like the healing skill that beats true damage. Pre-combat true damage. Let's see here. For allies within 2 spaces of unit, restores X HP to that ally as their combat begins. Triggers after effects that deal damage as combat begins. Okay, that's the pre-combat treatment right there. If allies' defense is above foe's defense, X is equal to 20% of allies' max HP plus the difference between stats times 4. Otherwise, X is equal to 20% of allies' max HP. Maximum of 40% of allies' HP plus damage dealt to ally as combat begins. Only highest value. Okay, so basically you get a boost of 20% minimum and then 40% maximum to your HP with like a healing. That's pretty solid. But that is just to your allies, it looks like? I think that's just to your allies. For allies within 2 spaces of unit, grants defense plus 4 and reduces the effects of deep wounds by 50% during combat. Okay, that makes sense. If unit is in 2 spaces of an ally, restores X HP to unit during... Oh, okay, it's the exact same effect. So it gives it to yourself as well. So this affects yourself and allies in 2 spaces. This is a really good skill, actually. This is going to be a very, very good supporting skill. I don't know if you can run it on healers, but I feel like this is going to be very, very good on a healer. I say maybe on a healer. I was thinking more like a Fallen Maria, but Fallen Maria's kind of fallen off a little bit. But imagine giving this like boost to something that can also, you know, have a tanking miracle. Like, that could be really, really good. So... I'm not really sure what unit's going to be best with Breath of Life 4, but I feel like it's going to be a very, very solid skill, especially just to get rid of that pre-combat true damage, honestly. Next up, though, we have Leonardo, who's got the Doubler Bow Plus, which is effective against flying foes. And at the start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and res plus 6 to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. And then if unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants all stats plus X to unit. X is equal to the highest bonus on each stat between unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit. So it's like 4 plus a bonus doubler, depending on like what the biggest stat bonuses are on yourself or your allies. So, I mean, yeah, it's bad. It's just bad. Like, it's not the worst demo bow, but it's bad. Like, it's just straight up bad. You got attackers, finish 3, guard 3. I mean, that's nice, but it's still not ideal. Next up, we got Sothe with the Arcane Tempest here. This is a dagger, specifically. And accelerates special trigger -1. At the start of turn, if special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grants special cooldown count -1. Okay, times pulse in there. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, grants all stats plus X to unit, which X is equal to 25% of foes attack at the start of combat, -4, min of 5, maximum of 14. So plus 14 to all your stats can be really, really solid. Reduces damage from foes' first attack by 30%. And also, if unit speed is above foe's speed, it grants no follow-up. So, not bad. It just feels like lots of stats, times pulse, slaying, damage reduction, and no follow-up. Not bad, not bad. He also has Bane, which I believe is exclusive to him. I really don't know. But it treats foes' defense/res stats as if reduced by 40% when special triggers. And then when special triggers, it neutralizes foes' reduced damage by X% effects from foes' non-special skills. So, breaks through damage reduction. And if damage dealt prior to damage reduction calculation is less than foe's HP -1, set damage before damage reduction as foe's HP -1. I honestly really don't know what the HP part means, but anyway, if unit or foe's special is ready or triggered before or during this combat, reduces damage from foe's next attack by 30%. So you also get some damage reduction in here. So this special gets rid of defense and res by 40%, has a weird effect that I honestly don't know what it does, but I feel like it's probably useful. Breaks your damage reduction, and then also gives you extra true damage reduction in the special. But that's not all. He also has attack speed finish 4, potent disarm. Let's see. Inflicts speed and defense -4 on foe during combat. And then we have the potent effect in there. And then while in ether raids, if unit ends movement on a space with a bull trap or heavy trap, cancels traps effects. And then if unit ends movement on a space with a hex trap, reduces trap's trigger condition by 10%. Okay, or it's not 10%, 10 HP. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's better than disarm trap 4 or whatever. This is like actually giving you some extra attack power while you can also get rid of those traps. So that's going to be pretty nice in ether raids. We also got attack speed pledge so that he can spam those specials, especially if it's on enemy phase. But yeah, this is going to be a special spamming unit. I think he's going to be pretty solid, honestly. I think he's going to be pretty solid, but probably won't age the best, but I really do like that special. Bane is a very, very good special, I think. Now, moving on to Attuned Micaiah, this is where things are going to get pretty interesting, because she's got Silver of Dawn, which is effective against armored and cavalry foes. Accelerate special trigger -1, so you got a slaying effect. Allies within 2 spaces of unit can move to any space within 2 spaces of unit, so that's guidance 4. At the start of enemy phase, restores 10 HP to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit. Okay, that's pretty good. After start of turn effects trigger on enemy phase, converts penalties on unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit into bonuses, and also neutralizes 2 penalty effects on unit, excluding stat penalties. How does it calculate? Does not apply to penalty effects that are applied at the same time. Neutralize the first applicable penalty effects on units list of active effects. Okay, I don't know what is triggered first, but there must be like a priority to these penalties. So whatever the higher priority has, those are the first 2 penalties that will be reduced. But there's not even going to be that many penalties that you can stack, honestly. So looks like it's going to be fine. Then, at the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, inflicts attack and res -6 on foe, inflicts penalty on foe's attack and res during combat equal to 20% of unit's res at the start of combat, so you definitely want to be plus res, neutralizes foe's bonuses to attack and res, and unit deals plus X damage during combat. X is equal to the number of allies in 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 5 for a maximum of 15, so yeah, that is some really, really good damage in there. Pretty solid weapon, I would say. She has Maiden Solace, which is pretty useless. Fire Flood boost 3, that is just straight up stats and HP and all that good stuff. And then for her exclusive skill, which is interesting because you're not supposed to be able to have exclusive skills and run X skills, but I guess these guys get away with it. I don't know. But she's got Yoon's Protection, which is at the start of turn, if any foes have the highest attack, speed, def, or res on the enemy team, inflicts exposure and discord on those foes, and inflicts -7 on the corresponding stat of those foes, and foes within 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. If unit initiates combat or within 2 spaces of an ally, inflicts attack and res -5 on foe, inflicts penalty on foe's attack and res, equal to highest penalty on each stat between target and foes within 2 spaces of target, and reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50% during combat. So it breaks through a little bit of damage reduction. So that is how she's just she's able to just stack so freaking much attack and res penalties on you. That's insane, dude. Which also goes together with the C skill, Attack Res Crux, which is inflicts attack and res -4 on foes in 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit. It's just getting better and better, dude. And those foes suffer guaranteed follow-up attacks during combat. Okay, so you basically get a guaranteed follow-up attack on them unless they have no follow-up. Then we have Far Trace Echo. Let's see here. Enables Canto Rem minimum of 1. So basically Canto 1, but can be better. And then unit deals +3 damage during combat, just straight up. So yeah, this is already better than Deathblow Echo. Deathblow Echo sucks. It was basically like one of the first ones, so I can see why it was bad, but like, yeah, it's 100% being power corrupt now. That's a pretty good X skill, honestly, I would say. Especially just giving Canto to anybody, that's super solid. I mean, it's probably going to be stuck on flyers and calves, so you probably can't put it on infantry or, well, definitely not armored, but probably not infantry, but yeah. That's really good. That's honestly really, really good. Yeah, I guess these are some pretty hard hitters. They don't feel completely game-changing, though. It kind of just feels like another one of those, if unit initiates combat, unit dies kind of thing. So, yeah. I don't really know who's going to be meta on this banner. All I know is that Sothe and Micaiah are definitely threats in the meta. They can definitely hit very, very hard, but I don't know if they're going to actually be like mainstays on a team. We'll have to see. But either way, let me know what you guys think about this banner, or what you rather thought, since it came out so long ago. I'm curious to see what people think. And let me know how your summons went since this banner has already come out. I imagine those of you who plan to summon have already summoned. So let me know how your summons went. I don't think I'll be summoning on this banner if it even is still around besides just using my tickets. I'm pretty sure it's already gone, unfortunately, but whatever. That's just how it is when you slack off on this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you all later. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.